nieces and nephews. Yes, Auntie is back, and I'm so happy to be back. I missed you guys, and thank you for all your love and support, your kind thoughts, your kind words, your inspirational quotes. I really appreciate it. It was really helping me. So today, and to my new nieces and nephews, welcome to the family. Oh, if you please hit that like button, I really would appreciate it. Oh, so today I've been telling you guys I was going to show, because I'm making pies on the channel, but I haven't showed you how to do the pie crust. Because I don't like store-bought pie crust, and pie crust is easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to do my pie crust. I'm going to show you 3 techniques. I'm going to start from the way I was taught, like grandmama. And for some of you, maybe great grandmama, if you was born, if you were born in the 60s and the 70s, and this is where your grandmama made it. And so I'm going to start off with that time era, and I'm going to go to the next time era, and then I'm going to go to the millennials, how they make theirs. So give me a moment. I'm going to do a flip and a swip, and we're going to get started. Okay, it's just 3 different techniques, but it's the same recipe, okay? So we're going to start, the recipe is the same recipe, just different techniques. Okay, because everyone doesn't have a food processor, and everyone may not have a grater. This technique is by hand, will yield the same results. You're going to need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 2 sticks of cold butter. Keep your butter in the fridge until you are ready. Cut your 2 sticks of butter up in little squares. Oh, you got to wash your hands because you're going to have to use your finger forks. Your hands will be your mixer. And you're going to need 6 to 10 tablespoons of ice cold water. Oh, my spoon is in here, right here. It has to be ice cold water, okay? What did I say? 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder, not baking soda. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my handy dandy baking soda, sugar, baking powder and sugar. Baking powder, sugar, and flour, and give that a good whisk. Now, mix all that together before you add your butter in. And throw this over here for a little housekeeping. Put that over there. And now I'm going to put my butter in, and it's nice and cold. And and this is the way my grandmama taught me, because she didn't have a mixer. And I'm going to crumble this butter up in this flour. And that's why the butter is cold. I'm going to crumble it up until I get crumbs. My hand is my food processor. This is the way she taught me. This is the way that I learned at 8 years old. I don't do it like this anymore. Unless I use my grater. Because it does make your hand tired. I don't see how she did it. But this is the way I was taught when I was little. You have to keep, then you have to go with both hands to get it done. You have to crumble it up with the flour, get it all kneaded down. And it is a little tedious if you want to do this, but I'm showing you all 3 techniques. Because like I said, everyone doesn't have a grater. I'm showing you all 3 techniques. The old country way back in the day. And as you can see, it's starting to turn to crumbs. And I will keep doing this until it turns. I have nothing but this. It'll start looking like sand. And you have to do this before you can start adding your water. You see what I mean? It's starting to look like sand. And you know, you have to get all your big chunks of butter around. And this is tedious. Very, very tedious. 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 And see what that looks like? Crumbs, very crumbly. Looks like sand. And I go through it and make sure everything I pull from the bottom of my bowl, and I make sure it's all nice and crumbly. Now I'm going to start off with 6 tablespoons of water, and then I work from here. 1, 2, 3. Got it, ice. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now start moving this around. If I need more water, I'm going to go for it. And I do need more water. Two more tablespoons. That's 8. I don't think I need any more. Okay. I have my flour for my dusting. I'm going to put it on my board. Going to move my water out the way because I don't want it to get any flour in it. I'm going to need, I always fold my dough. I give my dough 7 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always do that with all my dough. It gets 7 folds. This is 1 pie dough. And I would take this dough and I'm going to wrap it in some plastic wrap. And it will go into the freezer. And you can freeze your pie dough for up to 4 months. Let me wash my hands. Okay, this is the grater way. If you use a grater, use the large side, grate 2 sticks of butter. Okay, same thing. Put your 2½ cups of flour, your 1 tablespoon of sugar, and your 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm using salted butter, so I don't have to add salt to my dough. If you use unsalted butter, you're going to have to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And remember, this is 2 sticks of butter, so I still do the same thing. Dump that in a bowl. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Your ingredients, I'm using the same bowl. Whiskey, whiskey. So all that the baking powder and the sugar gets all whiskey, whiskey. And this is the first dough that I made. So I dated pie crust 9/28/24, so it can stay like that for 4 months. And all I do with this is shredded, so it's going to make it easier. to crumble up because it's shredded. It's so easier to crumble up. This is for my babies born in the 80s and born in the 80s. My 80s and 90s babies. This is probably what y'all saw. The shreds. Okay, and I'll be back after I crumble this up. Okay, you see it's all crumbly like sand, and this is a lot easier than dealing with the whole blocks of butter. This is easier. For those that don't have food processor, you're still going to start out with your tablespoons of water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go with 7. Like the other one needed 8, so I'm going to top this one off with 8. Okay, put that right there. Every batch of dough. See, that one needed 8. This one. This may need more than 10 tablespoons of water. I say each batch of dough, your dough may be different, may form different. So, because your dough should never be crackly. Your dough should never be crackly. And if it's crackly, you have to add more water. Just don't get any ice in it. You go until your dough forms, you're able to form that ball. Once you're able to form your ball, you're good. Once your dough is able to form your ball, you're good. Your shoulder hurt. Trying to form this, get this dough to form its ball. This one, you making me work, baby. You are making me work. Get my dough on my board. Give my dough 7 folds. I don't even know why. I think that was 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep flouring my hands to keep from My hands, my dough sticking to my hands. 7. Gonna put this in some plastic wrap. This is ball dated. Right back. Oh, second bowl. This was the shred method. We're gonna move on to the technique of using a food processor. Okay, you're gonna take part of your flour and put it in your food processor. Yes, I've already whiskey in this bowl. Put that whiskey. And you're gonna take part of your butter, throw it in here. You can take probably 1 stick and throw it in. Take 1 stick. You can tell what 1 stick look like because on here, you know, it's sliced. And I had 2 columns of it. Now you're going to pulse. You're going to take it off. See, all nice and crumbly. All nice and crumbly down there. And see what I do, I don't mix my dough in here. I like to mix my dough in a bowl. I do mix my dough in the bowl. I pulse my butter in here, but I put my dough in a bowl. I do put it back in a bowl to incorporate my water. That's the way I like to do it. You can form your dough in here, but it's easier to clean when you do it this way to me. And you always pulse. It's nice and crumbly. Now, same thing. I'm going to start off with my 8. I fill my water back up so I won't have to dip my spoon, go all the way down to the bottom. 2. Don't need that piece of dough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I start off with 8. Oh, that water is cold. And you can see by watching all 3 techniques, which technique that you like better. I like this technique. I like this one and the first one. I don't like the shred technique. Make me work too hard. The first technique make me work hard too. The shred is okay. Just a lot of work on your hand. If you have bad hands, it's a lot of work on your hands. Makes your hands really tired. If I pull out my KitchenAid dough hook, I will be done. I would be done. There we go. And there's my shoulder. Over there for family, a little housekeeping. Rule of thumb, whatever flour you're using, that's what you dust your board with. Give my 7 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, got my final dough ball ready for to be wrapped. Be right back. Okay, nieces and nephews, I have 3 bundles of pie dough. Yeah, I'm getting ready for my holiday pies. I gotta do some pumpkin pies. If you're looking for some pies, you can go on my playlist under desserts, and where you will find lots of different desserts, and I will be adding to that playlist. But these are pumpkin would be my first pies to make, because we are pumpkin heads, and the other 2 I have no idea. I will be doing my fried peach mango, but that's going to be a different pie crust because it had those pies are fried. Some of you call them hand pies, but I'm a country girl, honey, and we call them fried pies. Okay, so here are the 3 pie doughs. Same recipe, just 3 different techniques. Choose the one that's easier for you or the one that you like the best. Okay, so hold on a second. So thank you for watching my video. I appreciate all of you. To the next upload, go be you, be great being you. Until next time, see you later. Bye.